At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, WE. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Great Plains Conference Classic here on a Live Ticket TV as we get you set for a fun afternoon and evening of high school hoops and getting closer to closing out the regular season. In fact, for a couple of teams through this Classic today and tonight, they will officially close out their season and get ready for the postseason. But it is one last opportunity to see maybe a common opponent that you have not had to see or have seen at least once so far this season. And we get set for this matchup, beginning with our first game, the 12 and 11 seed as the Avon Pirates draw that 11 spot, and Andy Central Dakota Christian the 12 spot, as that's our first game of the afternoon. As we take a quick look at this one, the Avon Pirates coming in 4-14 overall. Andy Central Dakota Christian 0-18, entering into the Great Plains Conference Classic. Other games yet to come up here on the schedule still this afternoon include our next one on tap, Corsica Stickney to take on Gayville Vollen, Burke and Alcester Hudson. As we look into the later portion of the afternoon, Centerville versus Scotland, Marty taking on Cologne, and then to wrap up the evening at 7:30 tonight, Trip Delmont Armor taking on Freeman Academy Marion. That is coming up later on this evening for some high school hoops as we get almost set and ready to go on, again, early afternoon, not quite even noon against these two teams. Again, Andy Central Dakota Christian coming in, looking at this matchup, trying to find their first win of the season. And you look at these two teams that have struggled a little bit to score offensively coming into today's game. Avon averaging just over 40 points a ball game, whereas Andy Central Dakota Christian averaging just 38 points. But what's been the big note is what ACDC Thunder give up, over 65 points a game, whereas Avon is a little bit more of a stout defense, giving up just around 52 points. We're going to step aside for our national anthem. When we come back, it's our starting five for Avon and ACDC. That's on the way next.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Centerville High School as we get you set here on this afternoon for the Great Plains Conference Classic as we get set for the first matchup and our 11-12 seeding pairing, if you will. Avon taking against Andy Central Dakota Christian. The Avon Pirates come in 4-14 overall, and Andy Central Dakota Christian 0-18 here on the season. We appreciate both teams, all part of the Live Ticket TV family throughout the past several years as well, as we get ready to meet our starting five for both the Thunder and for the Pirates. And let's take a look at what we will have for this evening, or excuse me, this afternoon. It will include number 3, Hunter Loafer, the 5'8" sophomore guard. Number 5, Peter Bax, the 5'10" junior guard. Number 10, Garth Mace, the 5'10" sophomore guard. Number 24, Isaiah Milk, the 6'3" freshman forward. And finally, number 52, Tate Timmermans, the 5'10" senior center for the Thunder. For the Avon Pirates, it will include number 2, Moyle Witchhorn, the 5'10" junior guard. Number 11, Jaden Stahl, the 5'8" senior guard. Number 14, Landon Theory, the 6'3" junior guard. Number 21, Trevor Eggers, the 6'4" sophomore forward. And finally, number 22, Trace Pelton, the 6'3" junior forward for the Avon Pirates. The Avon Pirates will be represented as the home team this evening, so that means in their all-white uniforms and numbers and letters that represent the Tampa Bay Buccaneers numbering, if you will, for NFL in red, outlined by white and black AC/DC in their all-black uniforms, numbers and letters that are in gold. And we are underway of game number 1 of 6 coming up here at Centerville High School, the host site for this Great Plains Conference Classic. Now, both teams coming into today's game, not a whole lot of points, but something that is with these younger squads, a lot of turnovers. And just to get the basketball game started, we see back-to-back turnovers for both teams. And we're less than 30 seconds into the ball game, as neither one has really been able to intercept their offense. It's Stahl who has it on the wing. They kick it back to the top to Eggers. Eggers working it now with Theory. Theory kicks the drive now. Jumper in the lane. This one's off the heel of the iron for Watchorn. And it's rebounded by AC/DC. 7:07 first quarter, and we're still scoreless. Along with us, Cole Large, our producer here this afternoon. And Spencer Bewley off to the left of me, our color man. Spencer getting ready for a good afternoon, good evening of some high school hoops. But as we get into this game, we talk about playing right away at noon. We got to get this one settled in if you're the AC/DC Thunder. Yes, have not won a basketball game yet this season, but first it's just all about getting into the rhythm of a basketball game and trying to avoid the early mistakes.
Right. Sometimes, you come into these early games and it's almost like you're not quite awake. So definitely settling into that offense, kind of getting the body moving. Both these teams weren't here super early. It's a long day of hoops, so definitely all about just getting the offense settled in, getting the body settled in as well.
And up with the shot, we got our first points of the afternoon, as that one on the scoreboard is Jaden Stahl. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Avon Pirates. Now, these two teams have not met up yet this season when it comes to the Great Plains Conference Classic. And when you look at this classic, or I should say this conference, it's kind of separated by two different regions. And again, a couple teams closing out their season now. And boys high school hoops here in the state of South Dakota don't need to close out the season, or it doesn't need to be finished until next Friday. But on the opposite side, the girls had to have their seasons wrapped up last night. The drive off the glass, this one too strong for Theory, and a rebounding foul that will go against AC/DC. We'll see 2 free throws as the foul is called on Peter Bax, picking up his first personal, and heading to the free throw line will be Watchorn for the Avon Pirates. Score is 2-0, 5:50 first quarter. First free throw is up, and this one hits off the front of the iron, bounces off to the right. Again, games coming up yet on the schedule. Next one up due is Corsica Stickney taking on Gayville Vollen. Second free throw as Watchorn digs in. Free throw up and is able to get this one to go. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 3-0, 5:45 first quarter. AC/DC has it along the near wing. They try to get something in with Hunter Loafer. Work it over to the corner quick. 3 on the catch and shoot. This one off the mark for A.J. Johnson. But it's an offensive rebound. And the Thunder are able to reset once again with Johnson along the far wing. Kick it to the top with Bax. Pull-up jumper for him. This one is off the mark. But another offensive rebound, but turnover immediately. And then a reach-in foul that will go against Peter. Now picking up his second personal and the second team foul as well. 3-0, 5:20 first quarter. And Spencer, we saw in the warm-ups as well for the AC/DC, just struggled shooting during warm-ups a little bit as well. Just couldn't, they would get to the rim, but they just couldn't get things to fall down.
Right, not terrible looks here early on for the Thunder, but as we've been discussing, their biggest challenge is just going to be getting those shots to fall. And, basketball just kind of day-to-day, but I think they're definitely going to need to get those open looks, but just convert their opportunities.
And, of course, the AC/DC Thunder, a team that is extremely young, only one senior part of this team. Otherwise, we see a lot more sophomores and juniors mixed into this group, so kind of give them that building experience. On the inbound, an easy miss there by Landon Theory, but he is fouled and will head to the free throw line, so he'll get Another attempt at it. The foul called against Garth, picking up his first personal. Again, the third team foul now on ACDC. 4:57 first quarter. First free throw is up. So far, Avon Pirates has struggled from the charity stripe. Now 1 of 3 here in the ball game. As you mentioned earlier, Spencer, two teams that we didn't really necessarily see hit the court till about 25 minutes before we saw this game tip off, as Theory is able to hit his other free throw. So he goes 1 of 2 for his first point. It's 4-0. And now a quick steal away, drive in off the glass, and oof, that one way too strong for Paxton Bruma. And for the Avon Pirates, Spencer, just got to slow things down and make sure you hit the easy shots.
Right, those breakaway layups can be tough sometimes. You know, you're bringing all the speed, the adrenaline after getting the steals. But, yeah, those are the opportunities that for both these teams going to be pretty important to hit.
Well, an early timeout. We'll step aside. It's 4-0, 4:39 first quarter. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Back here at Centerville High School. It's 4-0, 4:39 first quarter. The first game of the Great Plains Conference Classic between Avon and Andy Central Dakota Christian. So we'll have again 6 games on tap, all coming up one after another right here on Live Ticket TV on pay-per-view. Of course, this helps out for the fans who can't make attendance but recuperate some of that money that goes directly back to the schools as well, part of the Great Plains Conference. As a missed shot here for the Avon Pirates out of the timeout. So that's why we're under pay-per-view subscription for this games. I should say all 6. And again, that is what you buy. You get all 6 games throughout the entire day. Ball is trying to get in the lane, knocked away. It will stay with ACDC. So out of the timeout, Spencer, both teams still trying to get settled into this afternoon's ball game.
Right. It's definitely, I mean, it's just kind of been all over the place right now. You know, they're trying to work the ball inside, but seeing actually some pretty solid defense, but definitely some careless mistakes, kind of like right there with just people jumping the passing lanes, but definitely need to kind of slow things down and work the ball and be patient.
Turnaround jumper at the free throw line is off the mark. Fight for the rebound, picked up by ACDC. They want to go quickly ahead. It's up with Garth, and they kick it back out, have it along the far wing. So again, they try to force the offense. Now finally get it inside for the first time tonight, and the big senior Tate Timmermans can't hit the shot on the turnaround jumper. Was a little off balance. And it's rebounded by the Pirates as they bring it into the front court. We'll get you an update a little bit later on. Here are the broadcasts of these two teams. Again, both girls' teams, of course, heading to the postseason on the drive and good off the glass. Trace Pelton, his first 2 points. It's quickly a 6-0 lead. I was mentioning, girls A and B wrapped up their season last night. The putback, no good. Just right there inside for A.J. Johnson, who averages just over 7 points a ball game. He's had a couple different open looks inside, but has still yet to be able to hit that shot. 6-0, 3:09 first quarter. Again, appreciate all of our fans, and again, huge shout out to both the Thunder and the Pirates being a part of Live Ticket TV throughout the past several years. Of course, Centerville, the host, just got Live Ticket TV this past fall season. At the elbow, jumper good, as that was a quick look for Sabastahan, and is able to hit the jumper, his first points of the ball game, and he only averages 2 as well. But that was the spark that ACDC finally needed. 6-2, 2:38 first quarter. Over in the wing, down to the block, turnaround jumper, contact made. Shot doesn't fall, but Landon Theory is back to the free throw line. As mentioned, other games coming up, including Burke, Alcester, Hudson at 3 o'clock, 4:30, Centerville and Scotland, Marty and Cologne coming up at 6 o'clock, and then to wrap up the 1 versus 2, Trip Delmont Armor taking on Freeman Academy Marion. Part of these 6 games here. Spencer, what game are you looking forward to the most?
I don't know, man. I don't know these teams super well, so I'm kind of here to find out what game I'm going to be looking forward to. Definitely looking forward to the playoffs for all these teams, and just recently jumping aboard live ticket. I'm excited to find out more. So looking forward to all of them, to say the least.
There you go. Yeah, Spencer Bewley coming down from Texas, if you will, part of the University of South Dakota track and field team. So has a little bit of break. What? Not in competition today?
No, not in competition. We traveled to Nebraska yesterday. Just had a little tune-up meet before conference this week at University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So it was fun. Had some good performances, had some tough ones, but you live and you learn. So excited for the conference meet this week. We'll be hosting it.
Did you jump in the air a little bit too while you're at it?
I jumped in the air. You could say I was up there. The bar didn't quite stay when I wanted it to, but it's been worse. But definitely been better. So confidence isn't wavered, though. We're still looking forward to this conference meet. It's going to be very competitive in the vault, so going to be exciting.
Jumper missed, but an offensive rebound. Back up, another look for Avon. Can't get the go. Fight for the basketball, and finally ACDC is able to come away with another couple of good looks inside. And you really got to cash those in, Spencer, because Avon is not a team that has really shot the three yet here in this ball game.
Right. No, definitely not a lot of three-point looks here early on. One thing I think that the Pirates have done well this game is getting kind of those inside looks, some block shots, some layups. They've had a couple of and-one opportunities that I think if they keep getting the ball inside and getting those looks close to the rim, then you're going to start to see some of those drop and maybe get some three-point opportunities.
Inside once again, yeah, and just continuing to miss there is Landon Theory. If he's able to hit a couple of shots, this one can get really blown up open in a hurry. But has just not been able to hit. In fact, he has yet to hit from inside the field here in the ball game. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line in the first quarter. ACDC works around the perimeter with 15 seconds on the shot clock, 60 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Wing 3 once again, this one off the mark. Loose basketball finally is going to be picked up by Avon. Hugging that one in was Trace Pelton, the junior. And across the Tornado logo come the Pirates. Pick up dribble, work it over Trace, down inside once again, turn around. This time it will go for Landon Theory, the junior. 4 points for him here in the ball game. 9-2, 32 seconds remaining. Quickly the opposite way, off the glass, and good for 2. Sabas Dahan, all 4 points for ACDC. And again, he averages just 2 a ball game, so already above his average, and he's been the only spark for the Thunder so far. Above the head, Jaden Stahl. Get it over to Pelton at the free throw line. Loses. Dahan was stumbling and bumbling around as he tried to pick it up and lost his balance and ends up traveling it with it. Now, Dahan, a 5'7" sophomore guard. So we talk about this ACDC team being young and just going to build with their experience, only losing 1 senior heading into next year, certainly going to help them. To the corner, Theory three-pointer is off the heel of the iron. With 1 second, the half-court heave is too strong off the backboard, and that is the end of quarter number 1 as Avon leads it over ACDC 9-4. The second quarter comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
To 4. Welcome back to Centerville High School as we are in the Great Plains Conference Classic as we have seeded the teams 1 through 12 last week. getting set for all the games coming up throughout the entire afternoon and evening. Of course, it's 12 and 11, 10 versus 9. Just on down the list we go. This features Avon, who comes in at number 11 on the list, and the ACDC Thunder at number 12 in the Great Plains Conference. Along with Cole Larsh, our producer, Spencer Bewley on color, and helping out with camera, I'm Heath Nimke. As ACDC starts with the first possession, try to work it inside, but lose it. They have certainly had no space inside. Landon Theory has it. Kick it back out to Trace. He'll shoot the three-pointer. This one is off the mark. So for Spencer, if you're Avon, just got to keep working inside. They've had a lot more success inside than really shooting the three. And for ACDC Thunder, kind of same thing. Have to find something inside because they have shot a lot of threes, but have yet to get one to fall.
Right, and I think that as the day goes on, as this game progresses, the shots will begin to fall. The shooting gets a little bit better as your body warms up. You get used to the facility and all that. But neither of these teams really stellar on the shooting side of things. Field goal percentages definitely aren't through the roof. So I think working it inside and taking those high percentage shots are going to be the key for both these teams today.
Hey, you talk about shooting, and actually Avon after quarter number one is kind of on track, if you will, to hit right where their season average is at of 40 points. They were able to get off with a nice quick look for Trace. Now Theory, he misses his shot. They've worked to him quite a bit. Another thing you kind of watch with these two teams as a come back the other way, reach and foul, ticky-tack against Landon Theory. They were picking up his first personal and the first team foul. But what I was going to say there is you don't really see either one of these two teams heading a whole lot deep into their bench either. I mean, Avon has kept out a majority of their starting five. We've seen ACDC now kind of making that three-man change that they've ran with. But otherwise, Avon has kept it basically their starting five and say, beat us that way.
Yeah, and I think that, they're going to rely heavily on their starting five, the guys they've ran with all year, especially, as the season goes on. You get a feel for who's running hot and who's not. But on that topic, I think that's, I think you're going to see some more subs as the day goes on, just because if people are running cold, shooting, you're going to try and get some fresh bodies in there, some fresh arms to maybe see if, someone's got a spark for the team today.
11-4. It's a 7-point lead for the Avon Pirates. They led it after quarter number one at 9-4. As they try to force it in the lane, loose basketball, finally picked up by ACDC over in the corner, trying to get some space along that far side is Tyson Cornoyer. Nothing really working as they work it back out, and now a whistle called. It's going to be a travel, and it'll give it right back to the Pirates. 5:50, second quarter. 11-4. Again, game number 1 of 6. Pay-per-view for today. $7 for the pay-per-view. Gets you all 6 games as well. Don't forget that it's just going all right back to the schools to help set off with all the fans that couldn't make it over here to Centerville, maybe because of trips, other things going on. Of course, it is that time of year. Foul called. Count the bucket. To finish off, I was going to say wrestling tournaments going on, a lot of other activities closer to the end of the season. As we mentioned earlier, saw the end of the regular season for the girls' high school hoops as they enter postseason coming into next week. Trace Pelton is at the free throw line. He has 6 points already in the ball game and trying to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. Leaves it short. And I believe they're calling it didn't hit the rim, even though it did hit the rim.
Absolutely, it did hit the rim.
The ball doesn't just fall flat like that.
No, that was definitely, if that was the call, that was incorrect.
Nonetheless, ACDC would have gotten it no matter what because of the way it did fall off in front of the rim. They're the first ones there. But the Thunder have it in the front court with the big man right now, Timmermans. Kick it back out. Cornoyer on the wing. One to go over to the Coffin corner, but stolen away. And Avon across the timeline with Theory. Kick it over to Jackson Stahl. Now with Watchhorn. Back with Theory in the lane. Kick back out. Recycle it over to the near side with 16 seconds on the shot clock. 4:45 remaining in this first half. Straight away, deep two with the foot on the line. That one, though, missed the rim if we're keeping track at home. Quickly, opposite way come the Thunder. An underhand toss, loose basketball, finally going to be picked up by Bax. Work it over to the near wing, three-pointer. This one is off the mark and rebounded by Theory, who's been everywhere so far today for the Avon Pirates. 13-4, 4:15, second quarter. At the top, controlled with Watchhorn. Work it to the corner, inside to Theory. Back out, wide open look, three-pointer, bingo. Jaden Stahl was left wide open, took his time, collected himself, able to hit. He has 5 points in the ball game. It's now 16-4, and a quick pass stolen away. Nice job defensively by Paxton in there for the Avon Pirates. And Avon just trying to put this one away here in the second quarter, already up by 12 points, have yet to allow AC/DC to score here in this second quarter. And now foul that will go against Timmermans as he tried to knock it away. Goal foul against Theory, picking up Tate Timmermans' first personal. The sixth team foul. Correction, second personal on Tate Timmermans, sixth team foul. So next one will give bonus to the Avon Pirates. They get it in, quick grab with the right hand, back up with a shot. Not good there for Agers, and rebounded by the Thunder. Pax is calling out plays. Gets it over to White Eyes. To the top now with Loafer, back over to White Eyes, inside. Kick straight away three-pointer. This one is off the front of the iron, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Ty for AC/DC. 16-4, 3:09 remaining here before halftime. As we mentioned, 9-4. So it has been just a 8-0 run. Correction, 7-0 run. Math is not one of my strong suits, I guess, in the mornings. Oh, wow. That was aggressive, Cole. I would say my math is half decent. I can add 1 + 1. And now another timeout is going to be called. No.
Double dribble. Yeah, it looks like Watchhorn just, I don't know if he forgot he picked it up, or I think he just kind of lost his footing, ended up losing possession of the ball there, but definitely a double dribble right call there.
16-4. Pax has it. Now work it back to the top with White Eyes. Around the perimeter, back over to Pax in there. Quick three-pointer and a box out, and just throw in the butt that time. And it's going to be Garth who picks up the personal foul. Now picking up his third personal for AC/DC. And it also results in bonus. So heading to the free throw line will be Trace Pelton.
It looks like Garth might have actually caught Pelton kind of in the back with a little bit of a shove. So I think he was chasing after the ball. I don't think it was too intentional, but definitely going to be called every time, especially with Pelton, going flying under the rim like he did there.
So again, bonus. So we'll see free throws. The 1-1 is off the mark, but it's going to be an offensive rebound for Avon. And now we're going to get a whistle. And a timeout is called for Avon as they're going to reset with 2:41 remaining here in the second quarter. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV. Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30. Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse. Welcome back to Centerville High School, 16-14, 2:41 remaining here in the first half. It's great to be with you, along with Spencer Bewley here on this Saturday afternoon. Cole Large, our producer. Spencer and Cole will be helping us out throughout the broadcast as well. I'm Heath Nimke. Got the first 3 games before I'm done for the day already, I guess. That's what happens when you get plenty of basketball. Cole's saying bye-bye already. Hey, I can head out anytime. Quickly inside, this one is good. First points for John Faithke. He's got now the sixth different score for the Avon Pirates. Quickly the opposite way. A wild shot there by Trevor Eggers. The sophomore has yet to score. But again, neither have the ACDC Thunder here in this second quarter. Had 4 points in that first. But again, have yet to score in the second. Now the wing, another quick three, off balanced as well. Loose basketball, finally picked up by Faith Key. Made the pass. It was deflected back to him. Drove in, misses. It's a 2-on-2 as well. ACDC maybe doesn't press quick enough to take advantage of it as they let the defense recover. Avon quickly flying around now inside, and a reaching foul that will be called against Avon. Avon picks up their second team foul, and it will also be against Landon Theory, now picking up his second personal as well, so he's picked up both fouls for the Pirates. 18-4, 96 seconds remaining here in the first half. Quickly in, quick shot up by A.J. Johnson is off the mark, and we're going to get a whistle, and it looks like we're going to get a rebounding foul that will go against ACDC. So we'll see bonus and free throws on the 1-and-1 upcoming for Trevor Eggers, the sophomore. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look back at the first half statistics. We'll also get you playoffs coming up for girls' side. Again, as the playoffs begin for girls Class A and B coming up on Monday, in fact. Second free throw. This one is good as Eggers is able to hit them both. And now 11-0. Avon Pirates have outscored ACDC here in the second. Pass inside, loose basketball. The hot potato just rolling around. Finally picked back up by the Thunder. At the top of the key, swinging over to White Eyes. White Eyes puts down the right-handed dribble, brings it back to the top, tries to force a pass, and it's going to be stolen away easily. The drive off the glass, and good for two for Jaden Stahl, who now has 7 points. He's the leading scorer for the Avon Pirates. Another quick timeout call. Again, today's broadcast brought to you by Northern State University. At Northern, you'll receive an education that's high quality, affordable, and personalized for you. You'll experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community at Northern State University. Spencer certainly has not been the quarter that ACDC wanted here this afternoon.
No, I think that one area I'd like to see them, attack a little bit more is trying to get to the free throw line. I mean, neither of these teams, as we've discussed, are exceptional shooters, and they're not exceptional shooters from the free throw line either, but it just seems like they're struggling to settle on offense. They're kind of being a little bit careless with the ball. They're not really seeing when Avon is going to jump these passing lanes. So I think that I'd like to see a little bbit more drives out of them, aggressive attacks to the rim, and maybe draw a couple fouls and try and earn some easy points.
22-4, 18-point lead for the Avon Pirates. And again, it has just been nothing but Avon. Another quick turnover for ACDC out of the timeout, and under a minute remaining here in the first half. As Landon Theory is going to just hold on to it for a little bit of time to get his team set up. And work it over onto the far side of the court as we see it up here in the broadcast booth. Inside now at the block, trying to get a little bit of separation. The drive and off the glass, and good for two. That one, Trace Pelton. He's now the leading scorer with 8 points. All inside. He's gotten his work done. Backs a quick jumper off the front of the iron. Theory with the off rebound and just pressing too quickly. Avon could have held on for the last second shot, but again, Theory just tried to force it too quickly up to Jaden Stahl. It goes out of bounds, so ACDC will have one final opportunity to take the lid off this bucket here in the second quarter if they can avoid the turnover. Along the corner they have it. Jumper, this one's off the mark. Rebounded by Theory with 4 seconds. Still Theory driving, gets by his defender, up with the right hand, good. And Landon Theory with 6 points in the ball game, and it is all Avon as Avon dominates, scoring 17 points in that second quarter. In fact, outscoring ACDC 17-0. Now lead it 26-4 as we head to halftime. Today's broadcast brought to you by Centerville Tornadoes Live Ticket TV. And the broadcast is also sponsored by Redesign Antiques in Beersford, located in historic downtown Beersford, South Dakota. With over 4,000 square feet of floor space filled with antique, there is something for everyone to find. Stop in at 200 North 3rd Street Thursday through Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from noon to 4. Also check them out on Facebook and just search Redesign Antiques. That's design with a Z. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, it's our first half statistics and also talk a little bit more about the playoff picture when it comes to what we'll see in Class B on the girls' side. That is all on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, WE. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
Back here at Centerville High School as the Avon Pirates quickly out of the halftime locker room. In fact, back there for less than 5 minutes, already getting some shots up. Spencer Bewley, I mean, when you're up by 22 points and you do not allow the AC/DC Thunder to score in the second quarter, there's probably not a whole lot to say, is there?
No, I mean, one of my favorite sayings is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's you go into the halftime locker room, you're up 22 as you're talking. You've only given up 4 total points. That is an absolutely stellar half from the Avon Pirates, and they know that there's room to improve in the offense and defense. But at the same time, if you're a head coach, you're telling your team, guys, take a little rest. Do not change a thing. If anything, you want to keep your team warm. You want to keep them active. That's the only thing that can really hurt you right now. It's not your game plan isn't gonna hurt you or make you better or worse. But What can hurt you is if you sit in the locker room and, you get laxed and you get focused or unfocused and you start to kind of fall asleep. So if I'm a head coach, I'm getting my team back out here, I'm putting up shots, I'm making sure they stay warm, and don't change a thing in the second half.
Your first half stats are brought to you by Knutson Masonry. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They've done large projects such as schools, have a variety different of residential, from house and exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. If you're looking for masonry work done, make it Knutson Masonry in Centerville. Well, in fact, all 4 points come from Sabas Dahan for the ACDC Thunder, and Sabas comes off the bench as well. And that is the only scoring that happened back there in the first quarter for ACDC. For Avon, we have 3 different main players all close, scratching at the surface to who's going to see who can score more this afternoon. Trace Pelton inside leads with 8 points so far here in the first half. 7 points from Jaden Stahl, including a 3-pointer, and also Landon Theory showed traces of some open looks in that first quarter, but comes away with 6 points. Also 2 points apiece for Trevor Eggers and also John Faithkeep, and then a point for Watchhorn in that first quarter for the Avon Pirates. Again, at halftime, lead it 26-4 as they have themselves a big second quarter, outscoring the Avon Pirates 17-0. By the way, these two teams on the girls' side are in that same region of the Region 5B. And coming up, Andy Central Dakota Christian does not know who they will be playing yet coming up on Tuesday, because we're waiting on the result of the Monday game, which will be the 8-seed Burke taking on number 9 Cologne. And then also on Tuesday, Avon, the 5-seed, will be taking on number 4 Corsica Stickney. Again, that is the Class B Region 5 playoff picture for the girls' side of action that is coming up for these two teams, as both will be playing on Tuesday to get the region playoffs underway. 26-4 here at halftime. ACDC has yet to emerge from the locker room. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, it is the second half. That's on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to Centerville High School as we are in matchup 1 of 6 in the Great Plains Conference Classic going on today here at Centerville High School. Along with Spencer Bealey to the left, Cole Larsh, our producer. I'm Heath Nimke. Again, Live Ticket TV pay-per-view. Wondering why? Maybe it's under pay-per-view for this afternoon and for this evening? Well, that is to generate money to give it all right back to the Great Plains Conference. And all these teams to help benefit and continue this classic for years to come. As again, it pits 1 versus 12, or I should say all 12 teams get to meet. It's 11 versus 12, and on down the ladder we go until we eventually get to 1 versus 2, which is coming up later on this evening. The Avon Pirates will be moving from left to right as you see it, back out with their starting 5 of Watchorn, Stahl, Theory, Eggers, and Pelton, and a quick turnover as well for Avon. Loafer, White Eyes, Bax, Moss, it'll be Loafer, Bax, Moss, Johnson, and Timmermans out there for ACDC. Again, the Thunder did not score in that second quarter. In fact, have yet to get any points from their starters here this afternoon. They have a baseline, a high jumper that took a deflection on its way through. The Thunder pull it down. The Thunder in their in their black uniforms with numbers and letters that are in gold. And now a reach and foul that will be tagged against Jaden Stahl. A good foul call as well. You can try to tie it up, but you can't lay your hands on a player. Could just kind of let Loafer try to get out of avoid the travel there, but instead picks up the foul. Avon only picked up 2 team fouls in that first half. In fact, they came both against Theory for the Pirates. Corner 3, this one is off the mark. Speaking of Theory, gets his 7th rebound of the ball game. 26-4. First minute gone of the third quarter. Over into the corner. Catch and shoot 3. This one is good. 3-pointer from Jaden Stahl. He now has 10 points here in the ball game. And a quick turnover for ACDC. Max got to be careful there. Just kind of threw the ball between his butt. Went right to the official, but the official wasn't paying attention. Sometimes they get a little upset about that. 29-4. 6:38, third quarter. Kick it over to the corner. 3-pointer once again. Oh, my goodness. Stahl can't miss right now. Back-to-back threes for him over in the corner. He now has 13 points, and this one quickly up to a 28-point lead. It's along the near wing, try to force it inside, come up with a basketball, and this one off the glass and good for 2. Garth Mask got his first 2 points. It's also the first points for the starters today for the ACDC Thunder. 6:04, third quarter. Drive and a shot, foul called. And right now, Spencer Bewley, Jaden Stahl doing it all by himself.
Yeah, he definitely came out feeling himself, as you could see there. You know, he had the 1-3 kind of build that confidence, the second 3 build that confidence, and now you see it right there. You know, as you keep racking up those points, you start feeling like you got nothing to lose once you start scoring more. Your team's so far ahead, so why not start driving a little bit, start trying to pick up some fouls. But I think that's one thing that the Thunder really need to start attacking. You saw there that last possession, they got out to the block and got an easy bucket. I think they're going to need to start just kind of trying to chip away, trying to at least get something going here early on besides just jacking up long 2s and 3-pointers.
Stahl hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so now giving him 14 points here in the ball game. He is the leading scorer for the Avon Pirates. And now another quick turnover. And heard it last night when Cole Larsh and I were doing a broadcast. We talk about winning is contagious, but also losing is contagious as well. And ACDC have just kind of let this get into their heads on what kind of game this has been. They just have not really gone into it. And again, it was 9-4 after quarter number 1. Certainly still into it, but not scoring at all in that second quarter. Another foul as Bax picks up his 3rd personal. Second team foul. And it will stay with Avon. 33-6. Bax will now come out, and Tyson Cornoyer will check in for the Thunder. Looking around, get it inside to Theory, trying to back his way in. Skips by Timmermans, but can't get the shot to go out of bounds. Last touch by Garth, and it will stay with Avon. Again, great to have you along here on a Saturday afternoon of high school hoops, getting closer and closer to wrapping up the regular season for the boys' side. Again, the girls got their regular season officially wrapped up last night, and the postseason officially begins on Monday. Quick foul called, and Theory will head to the free throw line. So there'll be 2 free throws upcoming. The foul will also be called against Garth, now picking up his 4th personal. It's crazy to say that the season's already wrapping up. It seems like it was just a few days ago that the season got underway. Free throw for Theory is good. He now has 7 points in the ball game. Of course, for Cole Larsh and I, even Spencer Bewley, be plenty of high school hoops coming up here in the next few days of what we all have to be covering. Theory is able to hit them both. Some of the teams that we follow along with in our main duties of life, pretty darn good. Including the one I get to follow, the Vermilion girls at least, 19-1, number 2 in Class A. They're looking to make a deep run to the state tournament, see if they can't win a title. Driving in, scoop layup is good for Stahl. 16 points now for him in the ball game. We also do see that running clock now throughout the rest of the ball game, which is going to make things move pretty quick. And answers right back. The big man is able to hit a big 3. Tate Timmermans, his first points of the ball game, 37-9. A drive and maybe a pass there. Smiling as that time John Faithke just got himself in a weird spot trying to force a pass there. AC/DC kick it over to the corner once again. Back to the top they go. Dribbling between the legs. Holding on to it. Now we'll make the move of Tyson Kornoyer. Once again in the corner, AJ will put up the shot. He averages, again, just over 7 points, but AJ Johnson yet to score here in the ball game. Halfway through the third quarter, 37-9. Avon just holding on to it. Finally gets it with Theory. Theory tries to back his way in, and a foul that will go against Tate Timmermans. Picking up his 3rd personal and the 4th team foul. A couple more substitutions as Pelton will come out of the ball game. A couple more will come in, including Watchorn and also Eggers coming in for the Avon Pirates. The other one to check out on the ball game was Stahl, who again leads the way for the Avon Pirates. Turnaround jumper for Theory is off the mark. 3:23, third quarter. 37-9. Dribble in between the legs. Back to the top of the key they go as they recycle it. And now a reach in. Foul called against Theory. Theory picks up his 3rd. Again, he is out of the total of 4 fouls called in the ball game. He has picked up 3 of them. See how much longer we see him out there with 8 points for the Avon Pirates. Inbound. Catch, Kornoyer along the baseline, kick back out. Long 3-pointer, this one too strong. Falls into the hands of Eggers. Across the Tornado logo, as it was redone a couple of years ago, this one shot off the mark. In fact, if you look here at Centerville, kind of a couple different logos, maybe if you will, that we see. There's the one on the main gym floor that has what's supposed to be a C within the tornado, but kind of maybe sometimes hard to see that C, if you will, with the swirl. There's the one that's on the mats that we see behind the backboards, and then on the far side, home of the tornado, is the old Centerville logo that got changed just a couple of years ago. And then you could even say the one that was cutesy drawn, if you will, for the student section, for the student fans over on the left back wall. Not necessarily seen by our cameras, but as I mentioned, kind of a few different ways to say the Centerville Tornadoes. But
I didn't even notice the C until you said it.
And so you can really see it on the mat.
Right.
When I say that now, you can oh yeah, I kind of see it. But within the main logo,
hard to tell.
Yeah.
Unless you're maybe, I guess, on the home side, but still, it's tough to see. It's just it's a wider logo than the ones on the mat, so a little tougher to see. But
quick foul called. The foul will go this time against A.J. Johnson, picking up now his second personal and the 5th team foul. Under a minute remaining here in game number 1 of 6 for this Great Plains Conference clash. We're in the 11-12 matchup here at the moment. Inside the lane, kick back out. Over to Stahl. Stahl the drive. Underneath they work it. Shot up. Can't get the go. That's going to be a foul called inside though. And Watchorn will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. It's also the 6th team foul. And the first that will be called against Dahan, who remains the leading scorer for the Thunder with 4 points. First free throw is up, and this one is good for Moa, who now has 2 points here in the ball game. Again, have seen 6 different scores for Avon this afternoon. Second free throw, this one is good. 3 points for Watchorn, 39-11. As AC/DC Thunder, another quick 3. This one's off the mark. They put up the 4 points in that first half. They've been able to put up 7 here in the third quarter. So good to see them finally getting their offense going once again. They're going to have to work quickly, though, as again, we're at that running clock rule here at the moment. And the way things are going, they let an extra about 10 seconds go off the clock just to inbound it. They have a quick 2 seconds. Kornoyer, turnaround 3-pointer, kind of what you do in the bedroom, but this one is off the mark. Those usually happen when you play a little Nerf basketball. You usually try to make those type of shots, but this time doesn't fall for Kornoyer. And it's the end of quarter number 3, 39-11 as we head to the fourth quarter. That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
(39-11) as we start the third quarter, along with Spencer Bewley and our producer Cole Larsh. I will ask Cole this question, and we might have to figure this one out. The next game is scheduled to start at 1:30. I'm guessing we're not doing a running start time. I'm guessing everything if they can.
I would guess roll it.
We'll see if they decide to do that. Again, we'll have all the coverage right here on Live Ticket TV as we get ready for our next game coming up. And a travel is called as Stahl tries to drive in. He does have 16 points so far here in the ball game. Again, next game is set to start at 1:30 between Corsica Stickney and Gayville Vollant. We'll see if we can't get a confirmation if they're going to just keep things rolling along here. Now, of course, both teams are here. That is no question. Though both teams were here almost the same time these two teams got here. So.
And the referees, too.
Yeah, yep, referee. Yeah, you mentioned referees are also here. So, I mean, we're good to go right away, but don't necessarily know if that's going to happen or not. You would like to sometimes see that just for the main workers who have a long day here and long evening as well. 39-11. Again, by the way, we've seen it hit above 30 points, so we'll see a running clock this entire fourth quarter. Stolen away there by Dahan. Now over to the corner. Kornoyer puts up the 3, gets it to go. Tyson Kornoyer gets his first points of the afternoon. 39-14. 6.5 remaining, fourth quarter. The drive by Watchorn. Try to answer back with the 3. This one is off the mark, and it'll be Eggers who has a foul called on him to try to get the rebound. Picking up his first personal, the 4th team foul. 6:08 fourth quarter, as I mentioned. Game number 2 features the 10 and 11, if you will. Corsica Stickney taking on Gayville Vollant. Corsica Stickney coming in 6 and 11 overall versus 4 and 14 Gayville Vollant. Then after that, set to start at 3 o'clock is Burke and Alcester Hudson. That will be coming up right here. Again, all games on Live Ticket TV. No need to go anywhere to find different games. Nice and easy. Speaking of that shot, Watchorn the reverse gets it to go. He now has 5 points as he's really picked up his scoring here in this second half. Three-pointer is off the mark. Backs will keep it in bounds and alive, and they'll recycle it back to the top of the key. Back to backs, over to the wing. Dribble, back to backs. So he tries to get free from his defender, and a foul called as cutting off the space there was Stahl. And it will be Stahl's second personal of the ball game. Again, leading scorer for Avon with 16 points here in the ball game. 41-14. Already 3 minutes gone into this fourth quarter. Moves by pretty quickly, doesn't it, Spencer?
It does, especially with the running clock. You know, you don't see it too often, but it does feel like we just started this game. You know, the whole day I think is going to be like that, just going to kind of fly by, even though when you look at the schedule, you know, you're here for 10, 11 hours, but I think it's going to go by quick.
And now we're going to get a whistle inside, away from the ball. And it will be the 7th team foul, so we'll see bonus as the foul is called against AC/DC there. And they call the foul on Bax, picking up his 4th personal. So it will be Stahl on the 1-and-1, hits the first free throw. He has 17 in the ball game. Don't know if they do a player of the game award or not here for the Great Plains Conference Clash, but if they do, certainly would go to Jaden Stahl with his 17 points here in the ball game. Again, this is one of the few times the clock does actually stop. Second free throw, this one is good as well for Stahl. He has 18 points, and it's been very balanced scoring for him, but has really got it going in that third quarter, including hitting a couple threes in there for his squad. 43-14. Pass in the lane, stolen away. Quickly the opposite way. Stole off the glass using the right hand. He now has 20 points. And he's outscored the AC/DC Thunder by himself. Quick jumper for Cournoyer is off the mark. Rebounded by Theory. Almost lost it, Watchorn. Back over to Stahl. Stahl will make his move. Dribbles it off his foot. Gets it back. To Theory they go. Theory loses the basketball. 3:38. Fourth quarter. Cournoyer tries to make his move and travels. They'll give it right back to Avon. Today's broadcast here on Live Ticket TV is brought to you by Central Farmers Co-op. They're an ag-based company that provides product services and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it's their agronomy team helping with producing break-evens or their grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, they are always there for you at Central Farmers Co-op. 3:02, fourth quarter. Avon has it in the front court with Pelton, and he loses the basketball. It's a loose, and still in the air. It's on the ground. A couple bodies coming together. And finally, Avon comes up with it, and Pelton will shoot the three. But we're going to get a whistle before the three-pointer, and it was a timeout that was called. So a timeout called, as today's broadcast is also brought to you by Total Food Stop. Shopping for what you need has never been easier than shopping at Total Food Stop in Centerville. Find everything from everyday essentials to also those specialty items. And don't forget to check out their weekly ad special each and every week. We're back in 30 seconds here on Live Ticket TV. Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30. Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse. At Centerville High School, 45-14. Ball tossed inside the lane after the Avon Pirates timeout. Pelton tries to drive. He's trying to get to double figures, and a foul is called. And he will head to the free throw line as the foul comes against Garth, and he is going to foul out of the basketball game. No, they instead call on A.J. Johnson. So he picks up his third personal. Again, A.J. Johnson, who averages just over 7 points a ball game, has yet to score. The first free throw is good. And Trace Pelton now has 9 points here in the ball game, and it's his first points as well of this second half. 46-14, second free throw. This one is off the mark. 2:34, and there we go. The clock started running again. That's okay. Don't tell anybody. It'll be our little secret. Wide Eyes has it along the far side. Back to the top with DeHaan. DeHaan kicks it over to the wing with Loafer. Rainbow pass back to the near side. Into the corner, three-pointer. This one off the heel of the iron and rebounded by Paxton for Avon. Theory across the Tornado logo. Calling for play number 3, as this one has been well in hand for quite some time. Quick three-pointer from the corner. This one's off the mark. Avon is able to get it back, and now a jump ball is called, and it will stay with Avon with 15 seconds remaining. Eggers will come back on. Don't forget, for both Avon and for Andy Central Dakota Christian, for girls action comes up on Tuesday to start the region playoffs. Avon will take on Corsica Stickney, and Andy Central Dakota Christian will play the winner of Burke and Cologne. As Eggers is able to hit the jumper there, he has 4 points in the ball game, 48-14. Over into the coffin corner, it's work for ACDC. At the wing, it's Loafer inside, almost lost it. Back out to White Eyes on the near side. Cycling it back and forth with 8 seconds on the shot clock. White Eyes with 5 seconds. They need to go. Jumper is up, and this one is off the mark. Rebounded by Theory, and Theory quickly pressing the front court, but just a shove there by Hunter Loafer. That one's an easy call there, and it will also be bonus. So Theory will shoot a 1-and-1. 48-14, 46 seconds remaining before we call this one over and move in to game number 2 coming up here in just a little bit. Corsica Stickney taking on Gayville Vollen. On the 1-and-1, Theory is able to hit the first one. He has 9 points in the ball game. He can make the second free throw. He can hit double figures. Free throw is up, and this one is good for Landon Theory. He'll come out of the basketball game and will finish with 10 points. Leading scorer once again for the Avon Pirates, though, Jaden Stahl. He had 20 here in the ball game. 50-14. ACDC, final 30 seconds. The runner in the lane, count the bucket, and heading to the free throw line, Garth. So Garth Mace will shoot the old-fashioned three-point play with 4 points in the ball game. Free throw up, and this one is good. Garth now the leading scorer for the ACDC Thunder with 5 points. Inbounded. Still in the backcourt. Almost lost it. It will go out of bounds with 18 seconds. We'll see how long this takes to get back in and ready to go. Again, with the running clock, we can just kind of finish this one out. And a quick turnover. One last opportunity off the glass and good for 2. Hunter Loafer. 50-19, and finally, the ACDC Thunder fall short by quite a bit. You could say 50-19, as that is the end of this matchup in the Great Plains Conference Classic between 12 and 11. As Avon will now move to 5-14 on their season. Andy Central Dakota Christian will drop to overall of 0-19. Now, coming up next Friday, Avon wraps up their season as they will take on Burke. And for ACDC, their next game, well, we'll see if there is one. As of right now, it doesn't look like there's any more on the schedule. They do have to get a makeup in, though, against Gregory. That was canceled, of course, from the other day with that snowstorm. But nonetheless, 50-19 is your final. Jaden Stahl, the leading scorer, finishes with 20 points for the Avon Pirates, whereas finishing the leading scorer, Garth Mace, will finish with 5 points here in the ball game for the ACDC Thunder. We're going to step aside, and we'll have game number 2 coming up here in just a little bit for Corsica Stickney and Gayville Vollen. That is on the way here on Live Ticket TV.